with a camera.
Hey, what's up, all you groovy cats and kittens? We are here with another live broadcast from DFW International Airport. Sorry for the slight delay. We kind of have to start from scratch. We've got about 20 minutes to do it in. So we'll try to make up for it, make it up to you with hopefully we'll get to see a takeoff of this magnificent MD-11 on Runway DFW. We haven't given you our logo yet, have we? There it is. It's Runway DFW After Dark. I hate when I put the logos on top of each other. It's Monday, the 24th of April 2024, unless you're watching us from some overseas ports where it's already Tuesday. That's what happens when you have a round-the-world broadcast. But I'm happy to see all of you. I am very happy about the launch of our membership at Runway DFW here, which started on Saturday's broadcast, and so there's 3 options if you choose to become a member, a sustaining member, and of course there's no ongoing obligation other than they'll take some money out of your account every month, and if you don't want them to do that anymore, you just tell YouTube, I don't want to do that anymore. So you are looking at there, and of course, the UPS MD-11. This one is going to RFD Airport in the Chicagoland area in Rockford.
A blast from the past, 1991.
So our jingle singers are out in our remote truck, always at the ready to pay a musical salute to any aircraft which comes to us from the 20th century. Still gotta balance this tripod a little bit. Well, I'll do that after we see this depart. We're trying to sneak a broadcast. Usually we do not come to you on a Monday, at least at night. But we're trying to sneak an extra program in this week because we're just going to get days worth of rain coupled with north flow. Kim Jimmy 127, our newest member. Thank you, Kim Jimmy 127. Welcome to our little hullabaloo here at night. We're coming to you live from DFW Founders Plaza. And as you can tell, it's a little bit windy again tonight. Not quite the wind we had last Wednesday when we were here. Although the wind may be trying to prove me wrong right now. My makeshift windsock is, let's see if I can tape it down a little bit. Hang on. I think I saw, hang on a second, I think I saw another membership there. Anyway, let's, well, we've got a moment or two here. I got this, this crazy windsock, which was made from a hat. Let's thank Bradley Smith for a $10 super chat. Walt, thanks for adding this show. DFW is one of my favorites. As always, thanks for sharing the planes with us. Brad Smith from Chattanooga in Tennessee. So hello to you. Hello, plane spotting videos. I see A-list flyer Chris in there, one of our great mods. I see Jody Peak, another of the Runway DFW Moderation Federation. Let's see who else. Oh, we say hello and thank you to Barbara P. Sterling for becoming a member of Runway DFW. There's Chuck Tolsma. And I'm just going back in the messages now, and I believe that has something to do with him commenting on the takeoff of the MD-11. And there's our automated acknowledgement of super chats, which I hope will work. I made the letters a little smaller so that it won't get cut off as often. All right, let's see here. David Witzel says, my roommate, Nevada, is the pilot on American Flight 3932 headed to Grand Junction at 22:31. Envoy Embraer 175 should be an 18 left departure. Well, we should be here at that hour, so we should get a chance to look at it. Aviation Emily making the note that FedEx is to retire their MD-11 fleet by 2028. And yeah, what's a sad? Oh, there's another. That's pushing back now. So we get another. Good to see another one. And Teresa says, "Evening, Walt." Regrettably, I didn't have time to set up our camera on top of car tonight. So we've only got 2 cameras. So I hope you can live with that tonight. And you may wonder why are we here at night? I'm going to do a lot more panning tonight because I only have 2 cameras. But here's an arrival, and as you can see, it's American Airlines. And what I can't tell you is where it just came from, because I must look at the screen as I aim the camera. And I can't look at another screen. That came from Tulsa. That was a 787. Now Tulsa is a maintenance base for American Airlines, but when we were here on Saturday, we saw another 787 come from Tulsa. So I don't know, maybe that is a regular route for the big jet. Doesn't seem logical, but there it's making the turn to the terminal with the towers of Cedar Hill gleaming in the background. That's those towers are about 24 miles from where we are standing. If that gives you any sense of perspective. Well, now we can turn our attention back to the MD-11 of the moment. I think there were 4 of them when I came in here tonight. This may be the last one going out now. And you can't see it there, but you will see it here, although it's kind of behind a fence. Shall we get its age out of the way?
$19.92.
So there you have that. I think we'll peel off here for a second. We'll see American Flight 2403 coming in from Atlanta. There'll be an A321 Neo. So let's get our camera 1 all set up. Take a look at that, shall we? As I mentioned, we're here at DFW Founders Plaza, the place to see and be seen. And speaking of being seen, one of our viewers, Jody Peak, is here. No, I'm sorry. Lori M. Jody Peak is in Phoenix. Lori M is here. I'm bad with names. All right, we're still waiting on the MD, our second MD of the night. It's just about ready to shove off. There you see its cute little nose. Hey, there's Wellington Flights Live. It's Kevin, not Kevin at Airline Videos, but Kevin at Wellington Flights Live. He says, "Hi Walt, Runway DFW, all your great viewers. Glad I can catch this live. Looks like a nice night there." Well, it's a night, and you know I can't really complain about the wind because that's something you deal with all the time there at Wellington Airport. If you haven't seen Wellington Flights Live, be sure to catch Kevin's streams. He's got a variety of great locations there. It's a very photogenic location to watch aircraft. And Kevin does a great job of keeping up with all the action there, so. Kevin sent me an email encouraging me to come to New Zealand. I told him I wish I could. Maybe someday. Let's see if we need to dial up the gain here a little bit. It's kind of growling at us, isn't it? If you are new to Runway DFW, thanks for checking us out. My name is Walt. We do this usually a couple days a week, usually more towards midweek and then on the weekend, but as I said earlier, we're about to get hit by a lot of rain this week. So I wanted to make sure I got out here with something to put on your aviation platter. That is the skyline of Dallas. Well, that's the east tower there sticking out there, and that's the skyline of Dallas there in the far background. Did we even tell you where this is going? This is going to Louisville, where UPS has its world port. We say good evening to Jose Aguilar. Kiwi Whispers ASMR says, I'll come back to New Zealand with you, Walt. Need to get home for a bit. Yeah, we talked to Kiwi Whispers AMSR here at Founders Plaza. He came out to see Kevin and Rudy when they were here last month. And so I had a nice chat with him. He was featured on Airline Videos Live. And he has a YouTube channel too, so check his channel out. So off to Derby World it goes. And it's quiet here for another second or two. Hang on a second. I should give you a little better picture than that on our secondary camera. Let's see. Well, let me do it professionally. Let me point our number one camera at something. And that will give me the opportunity to move the other camera around. That's called professional broadcasting. Something you'll occasionally see here at Runway DFW. Okay, so now I can switch over to camera B and you can see some UPS planes. And let's see, can we see anybody at work under there? Got all sorts of vehicles and trucks and baggage handling gear. There's lots of containers waiting to go somewhere. Seki pops in to say hi to Runway DFW. I guess that's one of those emoji thing, the animated emojis that our system currently doesn't let us reproduce for some reason. J. Roque Huerta says, greetings, Walt, and hello to you. Lori M, who got to watch this in person, says, I love a turn and burn. And there's Emre Yurta says, hi, Walt. Oh, there's Kevin. Says, hi everyone, I can't tag, I'm on the phone. Kevin, what are you, I was gonna say, what are you doing up so late? But it's not so late where you are. And I hope you're feeling better, Kevin. He was having a little bit of a rumbly-tumbly on Sunday's program, but he battled through it. And my Flight Radar 24 has disappeared. I mean, I see the app, I see the map and stuff, but there appear to be no planes on it. How can that be? Why is that? Maybe I should have given them a heads up that I'll be plane spotting tonight. Now I've just wrapped up my makeshift windsock with some more tape so it won't blow away. I had one windsock that I lost here one night when it was super windy. Anybody else having Flight Radar 24 problems out there? Lori M has gifted 5 TriJet memberships. Thank you. So now we're going to have some new members of Runway DFW family. It's a Blick Fang, and Aviation Emily, and Allison N. Evening Waltz, says Mark Perry, starting here in Nashville on Wednesday evening. We're in for 5 days of rain. Yeah, we're kind of having the same thing happening here. And I do want to say a very special thank you to Barbara P. Sterling for a $100 super chat for an amazing dedication to bring planes before the rain. Walt, pleasure now also to be a member of your channel. Stay safe there. Barbara, you couldn't be nicer. Thank you so much. Makes it all worthwhile. But, you know, I do this for free. And, of course, I did start doing it for free because I thought it would be fun. And it is. It still is. Okay, Flight Radar is back. So, let's see. I'm looking. There's something over there. I'll move the camera, see if we can see it. So I believe this plane just came over the bridge. It should be American Flight 1273 to Reno, Nevada. Now I'm trying to turn the microphone around to get out of the way of the wind, but it's pretty relentless. But at least it's coming from the south. Hello there, Ray Maduro, new subscriber to Runway DFW. And in case you get mixed up sometimes, or you wonder what's going on with the YouTube terminology, subscriptions are free. Memberships, that's where you gotta open up your credit card. But you don't have to subscribe or be a member or anything just to watch, so we're happy to have you in any event. Now, if you are a subscriber, which again is free, you can, after 10 minutes of your subscription being in force, you can join in the conversation here at Runway DFW, which is one of the real nice perks of this channel. We have such a nice community of fine folks who pop in here, and of course our mods make everybody feel welcome. So thanks to all of you. You know, I almost said all of y'all, but Barbara P. Sterling, 5 Tri-Jet membership gifts, in addition to her kind contribution to the Runway DFW kitty. And hello to you, Christopher Hillman, for being our newest member. Yeah, what happened to my focus? Sometimes the autofocus works, sometimes it doesn't. And the way memberships work is, well, the gifted memberships. It's a gift of a membership for a month, and which is, you know, a very nice perk, and that gives you the option to check it out. And if you want to continue, that is then your option. There's an E-Jet, as I heard Rudy saying on the big broadcast on Sunday. I'm gonna shift over here to see a UPS 757 come in for a landing. It's landing from San Antonio, Texas. I think we may need our jingle singers for that one. Singers, do your thing.
1994.
So a 28-year-old aircraft headed our way. As I said, it came in from San Antonio just a moment or two ago. We should, within the next hour, I believe we'll see Qantas going out to, now I can never remember if it's Melbourne or Sydney. But you know what? I can find that out. I have ways. don't see it on the list here, so maybe it's not going out. Maybe I was wrong about that. We should see Qatar 777 going to Doha in the 11 o'clock hour. And we'll see a bunch of more. Well, where'd they all go? Looks like we'll only see one more UPS come in. Well, maybe that's the difference between Mondays and other days here. Oh, but arrivals, we're going to see a lot of arrivals. UPS from Orlando, from San Antonio, from Tampa, from Houston, from Minneapolis, from Memphis, from Miami. Miami is delayed. We probably won't get to see that. But Phoenix, San Bernardino, Chicago, and Atlanta. All UPS cargo flights coming in the next 90 minutes or so. A little less than 90 minutes. We'll be here till around midnight or so. That's when they kick us out. Well, they don't kick us out. This place is open really 24 hours a day. Now let me do a semi-unprofessional camera move there to bring you a departure. That was American Eagle Flight 3661 in Embraer 175 off to Springfield. What have we here? It's another E-Jet. That's American Eagle 3396 destined for Brownsville in South Texas. Here comes that 757, which we saw arriving a short time ago. Kyle Jordan Weather says congrats to the new members. I acknowledge with gratitude a $2 super chat from John Lehman. Thank you, John. And those gifted memberships from Barbara P. Sterling keep coming in. Billy Mandara says, hi everyone. And Skittles says, hello, Wellington Flights, Airline Videos, and Runway DFW. We're all accounted for, all present and accounted for here. American Airlines Flight 2625 is going to Amarillo, Texas. It's an Airbus A319. Oh, and right behind it is something perhaps of more interest. I don't know. Of course, you know, if you know somebody on the flight to Amarillo, that's of interest to you, but right behind it is Qantas flight number 8 going to Sydney. That's a 787-9 Dreamliner. Let's see if we can pick up on that. There it is. The Spirit of Australia is about to head home. These Qantas jets have the brightest red lights. A little bread and butter there. Flight to Sydney, among the longest journeys that you can make from DFW Airport. Destination Down Under. Pardon me for a second while I rebalance our main camera here. So we've got a bit of traffic here at the north end of runway 18 left. We've got an American Eagle flight to Houston Hobby. We've got an American flight to San Angelo, Texas. No, an American Eagle flight to San Angelo, Texas. An American Airlines flight to Los Angeles. And American Airlines flight to Bakersfield, California. And we've got another American Airlines jet now approaching the mark to go to Ontario, California. like to say hi to Jose Aguilar and thank you for a $10 super chat. Great night streaming, Walt. Enjoying the MD-11. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to have any more of those tonight, but we got a couple under our belt. AP says, miss those Qantas A380s at DFW. Yeah. They did stop flying with the onset of the pandemic, regrettably, and Qantas did come back, but with Dreamliners. Epic Toastman says, hello, Walt. Getting back from scavenging for envelopes to mail the stickers. I'd like to thank Jody Peak, our newest member of the Moderation Federation, for gifting one Runway DFW membership to one of you lucky viewers. And I believe that lucky viewer is going to be Wellington Flights Live, so thank you. We're all one big happy family here. So I think this is going to be the flight to Los Angeles, flight 1644. And a reminder, you're watching Runway DFW After Dark. Accept no substitutes. Steve R says, my friend flew in on Iberia from Madrid today. Wish I could have been there to see it. Well, I wish I could have been here to take a picture of it. But I'm happy to know that your friend is here. And I hope they have a wonderful visit. I see that Jay is our newest member. Good to have you on board, Jay. Did I turn off the... I think I did.
20 left line of flight, American 2390. Empire American 2191 is now ready. Alright, good night, sir.
I think I must have inadvertently turned off the ATC. They do broadcast on the PA system here at Founders Plaza. I think it's multiple channels of air traffic control. So sometimes you'll hear...
RNAV V Park, clear for takeoff, 18 left, American 2390.
Sometimes you'll hear our feed and you can hear the echo of
18
it
left, flaps away, American 263.
coming from the PA system, depending on the acoustics. But then because they have a little better...
1024, will go.
They have a little better receiver than I have, so sometimes they have traffic that we are not bringing you for some reason. Well, because we're not receiving it. Well, I think we lucked out as far as the rain goes. The showers kind of passed us by as we were waiting for the sprinklers to go off. There was a little bit of a sprinkle from the sky as opposed to from the,
Blair and 18 left, clear for takeoff, American 653.
as opposed to from the lawn. So all the dampness kind of ended at once. Good for us. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean that. That's what you call in the business a swish pan. And if any of you were fans of The Man from U.N.C.L.E., which was a kind of a spy series back in the 60s on American television, I think that was their go-to transition on The Man from U.N.C.L.E. was a swish pan. And actually, it made editing probably easier because when you do a dissolve with film back in the day, you would have to get multiple rolls of film and then do a what they call a process shot, which involved printing the film from two different reels, and it just got complicated. But you can just splice in a swish pan.
Only one at left, one on the white scale, 4144. Oh, that's harsh, American 653.
And don't worry, we're seeing a lot of passenger planes coming and going, but in the course of the next hour, we're going to see a lot of cargo arrivals here. I don't think we'll see any MDs, but we'll see some A330 or A300s. We will see 757s, and we will see 767s. So if you're a fan of those type of aircraft, hang out. We'll get to see a parade of them right here on Runway DFW.
American 2191.
NextJet loves the plane spotting community. That's a relatively new channel over there in at LA, I think. So welcome to you, NextJet.
Flight 190, one at left line.
Well, speak of the devil.
I left one at voice,
A UPS 757 touches down from Tampa. And we thank Wellington Flights Live for the kind donation of a membership. And there's Epic Toastman, who is a recipient.
Whiskey Kilo Charlie to the ramp monitor of 25 to 249. Thank you.
What do we got here? We got a 767, which is about to pull into your shot. This is Polar Air Cargo going to Cincinnati. When I say this is, I'm saying I didn't want to move the camera. I wanted it to be. Oh, see, there it is. There's that sneaky Polar Air Cargo.
Travel layer and one at left, clear takeoff, Tower 32.
It's waiting for clearance to cross runway 18 right.
One left, flying point, American 2281.
Which I think it's about to do. And because this is a 20th century plane, we will serenade it.
1996.
So we've got a bunch of planes that are angling to take off here on 18 left. And for those of you who are newbies here, Runway DFW Airport has 7 counters.
Larry 18 left, clear for takeoff, American
7 runways. We overlook 2 of them, 18 left. 18 left where the planes mainly take off, and 18 right where they land. At least when the wind is blowing from the south. And by the looks of the forecast, I think you saw that big Dreamliner there. By the looks of the forecast, the winds will be shifting around to the north, and we're going to have lots of rain every day this week. And so, one reason why I was keen to bring you a telecast on this Monday night.
American 2281, good night.
That should be American Flight 785, an Airbus A321 going to
Takeoff, RNAV, Larry American 18 left, American 785.
Tucson. And if you did see,
Runway 18 left, American 456.
there's American 777 we saw a little bit earlier. Thought it was a Dreamliner. There's the Polar Air Cargo. It's going to scoot over to the east side of the airport for its next assignment, going to Cincinnati. And
VFAR clear for takeoff, 18 left, American 456.
American Airlines Flight 78, which is the
18
777.
left, American 1744.
It should be over here somewhere. There it is. It looks like it's probably going to make the turn to go to follow the Polar Air Cargo over to the east side for takeoff to merry old England. What we should see down there
clear for takeoff, 18 left, American 1744.
well, what I was looking for is Qatar Flight
18 left,
732.
48.
Qatar Flight 732, which is going back to Doha. That's a 777, and but you do not see it there. I'm trying to track that thing down. It's big enough. I should be able to see it. In the meantime, let's bring you a plane taking off, shall we? It's about to roll through our shot.
Park 18 left, 48. Final flight 18 left, American 2568.
This is American Flight 1744, going to Phoenix, an Airbus A321
Nice evening, American 1744.
Neo. This American Eagle flight. I don't see it. Oh, there's the Qatar plane.
Clear for takeoff, 18 left, RNAV to land on American 2568.
Well, as soon
20
as,
left, final way on 434.
soon as the little card for this clears all the other things. Okay, that's CRJ 701ER, American Eagle Flight 4869 going to
Good night, Skipper, 4869.
Durango. Now, it would be so nice if this big 777 would take off over here on the west side for us. Wow, that cabin is lit up, isn't it? They've got the Klieg lights on in there.
RNAV Valerian 18 left, cleared to take off, envoy 3400. 4564, line up weight, rolling 18 left.
And
Good night,
regrettably,
American 2568.
I believe it too is making that eastbound jog.
RNAV B Park, clear for takeoff, 18 left, American 2564. Left, line of void, American 967.
Well, just a reminder that you're watching Runway DFW After Dark. We're in our final hour now. We're about to see a bunch of cargo planes come in, the first of which is going to be UPS Flight 775 from Houston Intercontinental Airport. It'll be an Airbus A300, so we're going to turn our attention to that right now on Runway DFW After Dark on this Monday, the, what is this? 24th of April.
Right, turn heading 190, 8 miles clear for takeoff, American 967.
You know,
When I left line of point, American 2224.
when I first started broadcasting,
2564, good night, sir.
not me broadcast. When I first started doing this,
Whiskey Kilo Charlie Ramp, UPS 530.
occasionally I would let a piece of music slip in while showing planes landing. No, I think actually somebody saw the opening of our broadcast and complained that they were about to turn it off because they didn't think it was appropriate to have music with airplanes landing. So that one was kind of inadvertent because I started the music and then the plane started to land and then I couldn't push the button to turn it off because I was pushing the buttons to make the camera work. So
967, good night.
if you were offended by that, I apologize. Well, no jingle for you, A300 from
Tower American 2224, we got a message saying we are not legal to depart.
you were born in May of the year 2000.
Right with the RJ, back to the left of it. Yeah, we can make it to Whiskey Golf. Alright, Whiskey Foxtrot, Spirit 1090.
Well, the cabin of this A321 certainly isn't lit up the way that Qatar flight was.
Taxi down the runway, exit Zulu, West American 2224.
This is flight 2224. It's going to Portland, Oregon on Runway DFW. It's not going to Portland very quickly yet. Days to get there at this rate.
Not yet, we're still trying to figure out what they're doing here, American 2224. Let's turn to the ground 25, American 2224.
If I were a betting man, I'd say this plane is not taking off. Either going back to the terminal or it's going to turn around and give it another try.
Clear for takeoff 40 left, avoid 35 now. Up and wait 1 left, Spirit 1090.
What up, flight 2224? I couldn't make anything out on the ATC, which would indicate what the issue might be.
B Park 1 left, clear takeoff, Spirit 1090.
Douglas Serrano says, "What's going on?" Well, I don't know what's going on. This, if you look at Flight Radar 24, this is American Flight 2224, and it started rolling down runway 18 left very slowly, and then it just kind of made a left turn, and now it's kind of...
Departure 9 on boy 3569.
There goes a Spirit Airlines plane to Las Vegas. And it's saying, yeah, this is how you take off. Look at that.
On Atlanta, 18 left, clear for takeoff on boy 46.
We're going to see this plane. I thought it was a little further away than it was.
Runway 29, good night.
It's another 757. This one arriving from Orlando, Florida. So happy 30th birthday to this stalwart of the cargo carrying aircraft. There you see that A300 just now tucking in. the brakes. You would think this broadcast is being brought to you by UPS. But promotional consideration not provided by UPS.
Over departure, good night, convoy 4065.
Remember, Yurcha says, gotta go, and if you gotta go, you gotta go. So, thanks for hanging out with us, Emre. Are you warm enough over there?
Freezing to death.
Well, you can go sit in the car.
Well, I'm lucky my husband's jacket was in the car. I thought my jacket was in the car. And I
Oh.
stopped at a gas station to get gas, and I was like, where's my jacket?
Oh, no.
It was on the floor back there.
Well, Lori, I'm trying to stay warm out here. There you see the UPS ground crew getting ready to go to work on that plane that just came in, or one of them that just came in.
Back departure, Dallas 3103, have a good day.
Looks like the flight to Doha is getting ready to take off. Let's see if we can see that as it lifts off. I think we'll be able to see it. I just don't know how well. So this is the flight. It's taking off over on the east side of DFW Airport. So we'll be looking for it to rise into the sky. There it goes. So kind of a distance shot, but at least we do get to say farewell. Off into the Texas night sky, and just in time for us to see this 757 getting ready to find a parking spot at UPS regional headquarters here. Flies Tomorrow says hi.
18 left, good takeoff on B Park, American 196.
Mr. A says hello. And Skittle says that UPS lineup is super cool. And just when you think there might not be room for even one more plane over at UPS, we're about to welcome another 757. So get ready to squeeze another one in there, boys and girls. This is going to be flight 561 from Minneapolis, St. Paul. And that's not it there. That's a canopy over one of the picnic tables here at Founders Plaza. I may have been a little premature on the arrival of this one, but you're about to see it. Trust me, I'm your plane pal. You know, the television station I work for was reporting today that last night, when the skies were a little clearer, in certain parts of southern Oklahoma, you could see the northern lights, Aurora Borealis. Yeah, that's something I had never seen. I didn't even look at the sky last night. I mean, I live in North Texas. We're pretty close to Oklahoma, though. All right, singers of jingles, are you ready? Here we go.
1991.
And just when you thought, well, I guess that's about...
Takeoff 18 left, Zulu, American 2790.
I guess that's about all the 757s we could possibly see tonight. But I say au contraire. Because, you know, that's one right there, coming in on the east side. We can just barely make it out. Pretty far away. But yeah, that's definitely a UPS 757. That one's arriving from Memphis. And so you say, well, that's probably about it then. There couldn't possibly be any more UPS 757s. But what about the one that's about to come here from San Bernardino?
Departure, good night, American 2790.
We're having a 757 convention.
Right, which kilo charter the ramp? Yes, 950.
just gonna scooch in right in front of us, isn't it?
Yes, we parked here for takeoff, American. Oh.
Go this way. No, go that way. We do have at least one more 757 in the mix coming in from Phoenix. A few minutes before we see that one. Oh, some action there. Skittle says, I know a couple of folks who work for UPS. I think both would love that shot of the all UPS lineup. And AM says UPS is going to be real busy. Another 5 flights scheduled for landing at DFW within 30 minutes. And here's OZ Gaming 9. He says, hello, Walt. Sorry for being a bit late, but a hectic evening for me. I'm surprised you're up so late. OZ Gaming 9, you have to go to school tomorrow. Was at Fort Worth Alliance Airport to catch the 737 MAX 10. They're doing tests. Hope you are well. Well, that sounds interesting. I am well, and I saw your part of your broadcast last night from here over there on the southwest side as North Flow was in effect.
Pleasant afternoon, American.
OZ Gaming 9 always has some interesting content here on YouTube, so check him out. But don't stay up too late. Don't forget I'm your unofficial grandpa. I think it was on one of OZ Gaming 9's broadcasts where one of his viewers asked if I was his grandpa. I really like that 757. It was a staple of the American Airlines fleet, but they decommissioned whatever examples they had left with the onset of the pandemic. This is the one that came in from San Bernardino. The one from Memphis is still making its way over here.
Left clear for takeoff, runway 3772.
And you know, if you're a long-time viewer, you say, well, Walt, isn't there sometimes a 747 that's parked right there? And yes, UPS does have 747s, and they do sometimes park right in front of us, tail, where we'd be looking at the tail, kind of where that last 757 pulled in. But I haven't seen that in a few days, a few weeks. It's been at least a week since I've seen it. But again, I'm not out here every day.
Runway 3772, have a great night.
Epic Toast Man. Walt's the DFW streamer grandpa. Well, there could be worse things that I am, I guess, so I'm happy to have that designation. Here comes the UPS 757 we saw coming in on the east side from Memphis, I believe it was. Where I'm sure it's pretty much overwhelmed by FedEx aircraft, which, because FedEx is kind of, or Memphis is kind of analogous to Louisville as far as, you know, Louisville is to UPS what Memphis is to FedEx, I guess I should be saying. Well, had a clean shot across runways 18 left and 18 right. But because this came in on the other side, we didn't get a chance to jingle it, did we? We'll rectify that now for you.
1995.
.413 LED says 757 equals sexy. I also want to play some of our theme music here. Yeah, 757. Look at those sleek lines. And listen to it purr. And yeah, if you can't get enough of 757s, we got more for you. Just a minute or two from now, we'll be seeing flight 893 from Phoenix, Arizona. So we'll shift around to bring you that. Look how much fun we're having tonight. Plain Jane says, well, everyone got to go to bed. I got to be up at 4 a.m. Ay, yikes. Ay, ay, ay. It comes from Phoenix. And we will now henceforth announce its age to you exclusively on Runway DFW.
1998.
Well, you know, anybody who had this app could announce it too, I guess, but they couldn't sing it to you. Well, I guess they could sing it to you. Heck, I could sing it to you, but I don't think you'd want to hear that. Robert Smith says, good evening, everyone. And Mary Extraordinaire says, so much fun, Walt. Well, you gotta have fun. Steven says, anyone flying into Hawaii, keep your seatbelts on because there's another low brushing the islands. James Earl, new subscriber, Runway DFW. Thank you, James Earl. Much appreciated for your visitation. Got nothing happening over here right now on the east side. Oh, we've got this American Airlines. What is that? Airbus A321. It's got all its cabin lights on. But I believe this is got its nose pointed towards the American Airlines hangars. It's kind of a nice poster shot anyway. Douglas Serrano says, is there a UPS flight from Fort Lauderdale next? Well, let's look at the radar. I see an A300 coming in from Chicago O'Hare. And we're talking about UPS planes now. That'll be followed by an A300 coming in from Atlanta. And they're still a few minutes out. 5 minutes for that first one. And there we have what I like to call aircraft ballet. Sometimes they turn their headlights on, and sometimes they don't. So it's going to add to our. This is going to add to our collection of tails here, I think. One of these tails is not like the other. Everybody's encouraging me to sing, but they really don't know what they're talking about. We see some baggage getting moved around there. Coming out of that 757. We're going into it, maybe. No, it's coming out. And maybe they're doing both at the same time. Who knows? Why couldn't they unload the cargo from the front and then open a door in the back, and as the front cargo comes out, they push the new one in. Would that get confusing? Maybe. Well, no matter which way I turn my mic, I can't get the wind out. I have, with your kind contributions, purchased a new headset microphone. A little more professional than the one I have right now. Well, actually, the one I have right now is not professional at all. It's a gaming headset. So the one I have purchased is going to be a little more professional. Hopefully it'll do a little better job with the wind as well. Skittle says, since UPS flies an older fleet of airplanes, and then, we see a lot of older ones here, but they're not all old. They have some newer aircraft. In fact, they've got one or two of the last 747s off the line. But the question was, now I lost the question. Would it be economically feasible for them to add winglets to improve fuel efficiency? Well, I guess that would be up to the number crunchers, if they could get that much more value. Oh, they've got to project how long they're going to use this plane, and then how much or how less fuel they would use by deploying that the winglets, and then they just have to put it all in a spreadsheet and see what happens. Well, we're going to spin camera A around. We are now on the hunt for UPS flight 603 coming in from Chicago O'Hare Airport in Chicago. But really, where would Chicago O'Hare Airport be but in Chicago? A public service announcement from the Department of Redundancy. So we're looking towards the camera's kind of pointed towards the northeast right now. And I do not currently yet see the A300 in my sights. It's a little further away than I had estimated. I should be better at that by now. Skittle says, thank you all for addressing my question. I don't know if I answered it or not. I do know that some of these, when we see these MD-11s, I don't know if any of those started out as DC-10s, but I do know that we saw in Austin last year, when we visited there, we saw one of the last MD-10s.
Whiskey Kilo Charlie, hold the ramp, and you have to go with 12 UPS,
which had been converted from a DC-10. Now the DC-10, if I understand it correctly, had originally had a 3-person cockpit. You know, you'd have a pilot, a co-pilot, and a flight engineer. So they updated the avionics in the cockpit so that you could fly it with just 2 personnel. What we've got here, we've got United. See, I always want to say United Parcel Service. UPS flight 1301 from Atlanta, and this one's going to be another A300.
I'm not hanging out. Yeah. Well, I live in Garland. This is Breakfast Channel. And I've actually only long since
So that bears cargo coming from Atlanta. 22-year-old aircraft.
yeah, that's right now.
No jingle for you. Steven says, how many radio stations do those towers in the background transmit? Well, they're mostly pretty much every TV station in the market comes from there, or emanates from those towers. And many of the FM radio stations. Now, the FM radio stations are a little more spread out. I mean, they do have other towers, but pretty much all the TV comes from right there. And that is to the south of Dallas. Now, I live to the north of Dallas, and that makes reception kind of difficult where I live. Had to put an antenna in the attic to get the stations. Our next arrival is believe it or not, a passenger jet. Yes. American Airlines, as you can see. I believe when I glanced at flight radar, it was coming from Los Angeles. Was I right? Yes, Los Angeles, and Airbus A321. Going to try to get this United plane. Wasn't quite successful. There was a 737.
Okay, with you, 3 months down, 25, and we're going to be going to spot 124.
And I know American has some MAX aircraft, but I believe I've only seen 1 or 2 here at DFW over the course of the last, I don't know, year and a half that I've been doing this. Here's one of the ones that says, synchronizing the world of commerce. Who came up with that? whoever did, no offense, but I'm not a fan of that slogan. It sounds very corporate. Well, I guess that's who they're appealing to. And there you can see the difference between our two operative cameras right now. One pretty good in the dark, the other not so much. There's a good look at the razor wire fence, which keeps everything nice and secure. We've got a UPS 767, which is making its way over here now from Ontario, California. That's probably about 5 minutes away, I want to say. That says 8 minutes here. There you go, UPS. You should just sponsor this broadcast. Give everybody a membership. Where'd that plane go? Pulling in behind the fence. Shutdown. And I've lost my mouse. I was about to punch up some of your comments, and my mouse is not functioning. Well, if you can look at the chat, you can see what everybody's saying. I can see it, I just can't display it. Well, but I do see Fred Robinson, who is one of our mods, who's in Korea, and he works for the military, the U.S. military, so happy to see you here. Jody Peak with a $3 super sticker. Thank you for that, Jody. And even though my mouse isn't working, my automated acknowledgement system is, so thank goodness for that. I don't know if I'll be able to end this stream. If I can't push the button. I can push the button to switch the cameras, but it's an entirely different matter. Trying to see what's going on over here at the top of runway 18 left. I do see a bunch of ground operations vehicles, and so that may mean we don't get any more takeoffs over there. I'm trying to see if the planes that are coming in will be coming in on this side, or if they've shut down the west side of the airport. I do not know. I don't have the answer yet. What are those guys doing? You see a lot of vehicles. So they got something up their sleeve. Maybe they're doing an inspection, or I don't know. Usually it doesn't take that many vehicles to do an inspection, so maybe they're doing some repair work. When I got to visit up in the tower a couple of times, oh, now they're on the move. They've got some kind of assignment that they're doing. Anyway, when I was up in the tower, they told me that now they're spinning around. Yeah, the normal wear and tear on a runway, or the constant landings and takeoffs do take their toll on runways. And so repairs have to be made on a fairly regular basis, where some pavement gets chewed up, or it is out of spec. So I think the next arrival we're going to see here is going to be another UPS flight. It's going to be flight 929. This will be a 767 from Ontario, California. And it looks like there's a San Francisco flight behind it from American Airlines. So I guess we'll be seeing some arrivals here. See what they're doing under there. So they've still got the cargo door open, but it looks as though they may have dispatched all the containers. There's a $10 super chat from Skittles. Thank you, Skittles. Oh, my mouse is back. Just in time. Walt, I have very much enjoyed your broadcast tonight. What a wonderful community of aviation enthusiasts. Thanks for sharing your passion for aviation and talent with us again. Great broadcast. Thank you so much. Henry Moore wants to know, how do you listen to live ATC? Well, there are a couple ways to do it. You can do it online. I think it's liveatc.com, or just look that up in your browser, and you can... many airports are available on live ATC to stream. Now, the problem with that is it's a little behind, as most streams are, a little behind real time. So what we do, we have a scanner, just a regular kind of old-fashioned police scanner, which you can program in. At least this one, you can program air traffic control frequencies. So we set it to zero in on the west tower here. These kind of winding down, aren't they? Well, it's almost midnight. What? All right, well, it's time for us to look at a 767 arrival. That's not it way over there. That's a plane coming in on the east side. What you'll see is going to look a little bigger than that. This will be flight 929 UPS, arriving from Ontario, California. And believe me, it'll be here. Have I ever said the wrong thing before? Well, yeah, unfortunately, no 747s for us tonight. I feel it's a little disappointing. .747, my favorite plane. We don't get to see any passenger variants of it here at DFW currently, so we have to settle for cargo. But tonight was not our night for that. That's a 12-year-old 767-300.
Whiskey Kilo for UPS 929 Heavy.
That may be the last of our UPS flights that
Whiskey Kilo Charlie Ramp, UPS 929.
we bring you tonight. I think we've only got one more. Well, I've got a couple planes coming in, but no heavies. So I think the last one we'll do here, now that it's officially been turned Tuesday here in North Texas. We will show you Spirit Flight 2903 coming in from Phoenix. It'll be an Airbus A320, and that's going to do it. But things do taper off quite a bit as we after the midnight hour. But if you did look at Flight Radar 24 as far as their schedule for flights in the, I think, 2 a.m. hour, between 2 and 3 a.m., it is just like they're just firing off these UPS jets to all sorts of destinations. The ones that are parked here, the ones that have been unburdening themselves of cargo for the last few minutes after they arrive. They're going to get loaded up again and head off into the night. So this is going to do it. We're going to see this. I don't know if it's going to be a yellow spirit bird or the birthday cake one. No, it's going to be a yellow one according to Flight Radar 24. Here it comes from Phoenix. Well then,
Good Delta.
you have been watching Runway DFW
On 20 left. There's on 20 left.
After Dark. We've been coming to you live from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, the second busiest airport in the world. We're number 2. And I just want to thank everybody for watching tonight, all of our new members, all of our kind benefactors who have contributed memberships and filled up our bank account for another broadcast. We'll see you again soon, probably not until the weekend. And so until then, I say to you, happy contrails to you until we meet again. Thanks everybody, and good night from Dallas-Fort Worth.